Shady Oaks Retirement. Oh, brother.
Hey, morning, Mr. Fredrickson. Need any help there?
No. Yes. Tell your boss over there that you boys are ruining our house.
Well, just to let you know, my boss will be happy to take this whole place off your hands and for double his last offer. What do you say to that? Take that as a no, then.
I believe I made my position to your boss quite clear.
You poured prune juice in his gas tank.
Yeah, that was good. Here, let me talk to him. You in the suit. Yes, you. Take a bath, hippie. I am not with him.
This is serious. He's out to get your house.
Tell your boss he can have our house.
Really?
When I'm dead.
I'll take that as a maybe.
And stop. Stop.
Hey! Hey, you! What do you think you're doing?
I am so sorry, sir.
Don't touch that!
No. Let me take care of that for you.
Get away from our mailbox!
Sir,
I don't want you to touch it! Ow!
Hour or so prior to when these pictures were taken. Now, if you'll stay with us, he has just headed westbound again. This is tape. He has just again headed westbound into the downtown area. Right there may have taken out a radiator. He doesn't stop for light poles. He doesn't stop for buildings. He takes out the corner of the copycat store. Again, this is right in downtown Granby. And then the gamble store next to this became another prime target. He backed up while the radiator's smoking. While he has any power left, he's going to attack that Gamble's appliance store. Many of the stores, the buildings, the offices that we have seen him take out apparently seem to have some rhyme or reason to him. Some kind of history, some kind of ongoing gripe that were part of his problem with the city officials and some of the other business owners in Granby. He's going to turn around here and make one last stand and shove that Caterpillar into the Gamble's appliance store.
Lou, according to some witnesses, he reportedly also is armed with a machine gun. Can you see that from your vantage point?
We think there's absolutely no truth to that. We were hearing different reports, some along those lines. We also heard reports that at one point they were trying to get an armor-piercing machine gun brought in from Hot Sulphur Springs, which is about 10 miles down the highway. That apparently was their thought as to what their only hope was as to how to stop this man. But he actually ended up stopping himself. You can see now that long stream of wet pavement there. That's the radiator. Apparently took out the hose or some other part of a radiator underneath his Caterpillar. And he is going to make one last stand, go over the curb, and start punching his way into the Gamble store and into the back of that. When we left the area of Granby about 20 minutes ago, he had wedged himself in the back end of this store, and apparently had taken out the radiator. He'd become immobilized, and we had SWAT team members trying to figure out how to get inside the Caterpillar.
And is that where it stands right now, Lou? Have they gotten inside? Do you know?
We don't know. We haven't been able to communicate with our crew on the ground up here. You can see he just is deliberate and determined, and nothing will stop him except his own equipment. What we're going to do, if you can stay with me now, he's going to make one last stand here. We're going to fast forward again and show you how far he gets, and then we'll take it up to where we actually have members of the Grant County SWAT team, the Sheriff's Office SWAT team, standing on top of the Caterpillar, trying to figure out how to get in. I'm sure police officers, sheriff's deputies were themselves assuming for a time that he was armed because they were trying to keep their distance, trying to take cover. Actually took cover, as you can see there, behind the scraper, but they seemed to realize at some point that he was unable to shoot out, and that at this point he was like a turtle on his back. He was very vulnerable. He had gotten himself wedged, he disabled the Caterpillar, and there was no place for him to go. The challenge now was to get him out of there. We don't know how that stands.
Understand that he did some damage to a bank Liberty Bank that was recently opened, and the town's newspaper building, a two-story structure as well.
Sky High News is the newspaper office there. We're told that that's virtually a rubble. We heard from Terry Hurdle on News 4 earlier, and she owns an antique gun shop, black powder gun shop at the other end of the store, and she said that somebody came running in and told her to run out because it looked like this man earlier was making a beeline for their store and then turned and went elsewhere.
Yeah, it seems again, as we talked about earlier, that it was very systematic, that he was picking and choosing where he was going. He was very deliberate in his choices.
Yeah,